Howdy, everybody. This is part 3 of the FlyLED video series. So here you go. Okay, so I figured I would go through the instructions a little bit because watching the video, you really can't kind of tell what I'm doing because the pieces are so small. So I'll just kind of go through real quick before the video, kind of what I'm working on so you can kind of see it. On this video, I am working on these lights right here. And so the first thing you do is you attach some nut plates to them, to all the two that go together and then the one that's by itself. And then you attach the heat sink with some grease on the back of it. Kind of like this, you smear it around. It takes very, very little. You screw the top piece in with two little nuts. You put in this little washer thing that goes in there. It kind of lines up your the lens for the light itself. And there are two different kinds of notches. So this notch and this notch are the same, and then this notch and this notch are the same. So it only goes in one way. So you make sure it fits in there. And then you push it down and you try not to get any fingerprints on it because that's bad. And then in this video, we're not going to get to the actual attaching of it, but I just wanted you guys to see kind of what I was doing because it's really hard in the video to see that. So there you go. So this is just a basically prep right here. I'm getting the squeezer ready to put the nut plates on the back, but I did have to modify the end of one of my squeezer sets.
I don't know if you can see that. I'll buy another one of those flat ones. And you will find out that you do that a lot. You just make the tools so they work.
So that is very true. The squeezer set needed to be a little bit smaller and have kind of a flat side, so I just ground it down. And then you go buy another one. I mean, they're $10, so you just go get another one when you need it. But I have done that a few different times to a few different tools where you modify them to fit one particular purpose, and then yeah, end up with extra stuff that's kind of designed specifically for one thing. But as you can see here, I am just doing, like I said in the beginning, I'm just attaching the nut plates to the boards for the lights in the works package, and that's all pretty easy and pretty standard. Nothing too big or complicated with that at all, other than the having to modify that the flat set piece. And then here I am getting the grease out. That is way too much grease, by the way, that I put on that particular end. You do not need that much grease. You can get a lot less. And then I made a mistake here. You'll notice I don't have the little end that's being taken, the screws out. It's like, okay, you put the little round holder for the lens. The screws go into that, through the board, and then into the heat sink that goes on the back. That is still too much grease, just FYI. It shouldn't have that much grease on it. So, use grease sparingly. And then line them up, you screw them in, and then you're good to go. And so I do that on all 6 of them. So there's 3 on each side. There's 2 lights that are together, and then 1 that is not with the other 2. And that's all I'm doing is kind of building those, putting them all together. You'll see me. I was a little bit better with the grease, but it's still probably too much. And there's one of the doubles kind of done with the heat sinks on it there. That was a little bit better. Very little grease. Still looks like there's a lot on it though. Screw them in and you're good to go. And that's as easy as that. And now you'll see.
So there are The landing lights, wig-wags, floodlight, the lights that go in the works package. Those are the lights that go into the works package, wingtip, fly LED things.
And so we are almost done with the actual lights. We got to get the lenses on there. And they just kind of pop in. As long as you line them up, like I was talking about, they only fit in correctly the one way. So as long as you line them up correctly and you just push them down with the same force on all sides, they just snap in. It's very easy. You can see it's relatively quick to do. And then I wore gloves just to make sure I didn't get fingerprints on them. And then I'm testing stuff. And here I'm testing stuff. I had it set up wrong, you could tell, but then the lights work. So there you go. So as always, like and subscribe. See ya.